Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on the Datblock server. We're going to be playing some Skyblock today. We're going to be actually starting our new island and building up the public area. It is a big project, a huge one. It'll be fun. Trust me, it's going to be fun. So I think without further ado, we should just hop right onto the server and get started. What's going on, guys? We are back on the island here. You can see I've been building the floor, and this is directly underneath of where the public area is going to be. Now, I like the glass idea. I like to be able to see through it. I think it looks nice. But you see, as I was building all this up and building upstairs there up top, it dawned on me. Yeah, we don't have a generator. Not a good one. We have a slow one. It's down there. It's on my small island. You can kinda... I can't. It's like right above the word by. Yeah. It's just a one wide, 2 high generator, and that isn't good enough. We can do better, come on. So I thought down here is where we could have our starter generator on the side behind me. I built out the stretch. And then on the other side, in the future, we can have a bigger one that's a little bit more advanced. It might be down lower, I don't know. I'm hoping it won't be. Because, of course, all of my designs, I try to make them more compact so that they can fit on a person's island, no matter the size. But I have come up with a simple, well, simple to me, design. And it's right over here up top. So they made clocks work a little differently, and yeah, I'm stuck here for a while. Hold up. Let's do the thing. Only do this if you're VIP or higher, please. Because if you do not, you will not get back in right away. But anyways, I designed a new clock. So this is just a hopper-dropper clock, and you don't even need any tick delay, and it just constantly runs, and it doesn't get deleted. So I thought, why not attach it to a generator? So I did that, and it looks fairly okay. It's a good starter. It's a good starter one. I still have plans to make one that filters out gravel, dirt, and all that. The dirt part is not in this one, but I did filter out gravel and sand. It was fairly easy, just placing down the trapdoors down here to, you know, act as something that it can fall onto, and that works. So if I just go up here, swap out my pickaxes for the fortune one, I'm just gonna turn this generator on right here. Alright, and now if I go down here, we'll see it is a 3 piston pusher, but I don't think my pickaxe can actually keep up. Now I'm still working on the timings to this, because of course they have to be very specific. You can't go too crazy on this. You gotta really plan these out, because timing is everything. I don't know if I've seen it get pushed down. Oh, there we go. You just saw the gold come down. So this machine does work, but this dirt really gets in my way. So for now, I think it'll be okay. Like, that is a good starter generator, but I don't think that it'll be very long until we redesign and make a new one. I'm gonna try and reconstruct this in parts so that you guys can kind of understand what's going on. I'll probably build in different color wools, so the clock will be in one, and then that circuit right down there will be in another color, and then we can do another color for this so that you guys can get a little bit of an idea of how it works and what it's doing. But yeah, I think this will be a good starter, you know, starter generator. And it will be built down here, right at the edge. I think I'm gonna have a water loop to do the auto sorter, just because it's gonna be a very small one. It's not gonna be a big one. I might do like 1 chest for each. Or, well, no. We can do 4. We can do 4. We're fine. We're fine. But all that's left now is just to get started on the generator. So I'll catch you guys later once I have the thing kind of mapped out. See you then. Alright guys, so we got a little bit built up here. I really do like the way that this is looking. I'm thinking, since this is more of a like first generator that we're going to be making, like a proper redstone one, I thought that a good design would be to go with the old school Minecraft, you know, with the glowstone as lighting, simple glass, some oak wood and cobble, and then this is going to emulate the grass because of course it is carpet. I needed to do that because there is light source under here, so it does light up the entire thing. So I thought that that'd be a good idea. Out on the back here, we do have ourselves the actual, like, sorters, you know, because they're nice. And they're just regular, you know. Running into a torch, you got yourself a repeater, and you got dust. And then you got a comparator up here, and I am not loaded. Ah, I see. Now this chunk, that chunk is death chunk. Wait, is it loaded now? It is, okay. I haven't put in any of the filters yet just because, you know, I haven't gotten around to that. This one had to pop out a little bit different because there are the blast furnaces down there, and that's just because this one is the gold and this one is the iron. Originally on the server we had a enchantment called auto smelt, but there was some glitches with it, so they actually deactivated it. So you're still going to get the ore no matter what enchant you have. So I thought that I'd just filter the ore into the furnaces and they'd smelt it for me. And if I stand down here on the carpet, I can actually reach in there and I can fill it up with coal or whatever. So I can put fuel back into the machine. It is a very small storage, I know. I'm probably gonna like fill up the redstone and the lapis really quickly, but I'll just keep emptying it out and shoving it up into my shop. Trust me, it's there. I know it is. It's just not wanting to load. Load, please. This is what we go through on this server, but it's fine. It's fun. All right. So I got this built up here, and all that's left now really is to set the filters and build the generator, and then it's done. That's it, you know. And I was thinking, because now there is a actual timer for AFK kick, and I believe it's 3 minutes. Yes, or something like that. Yeah, 3 minutes. So if you do not move your cursor for 3 minutes, it will kick you. So I was thinking, what if we made a generator where we did move our cursor all the time? One that maybe the center of it, you would have to stand between 2 blocks or something, and then you just mine out and you go back and forth like this, you know, just holding your pickaxe. I was thinking that'd be a viable option because, well, it would get more blocks, but the only thing is I don't know if I can make a machine that would fill it up fast enough to keep up with a obsidian pickaxe. Right now, of course, we only have the golden one, but we will upgrade eventually. There is other options too. Instead of doing that, we could potentially just have it so that it pushes the player back and forth. I mean, it is viable, but I don't know. If we grab a couple pistons here, and now I'd probably do this with the full blocks so that I can put like this on it. I know that they're not sticky pistons, but this will emulate what I'm talking about. So if this piston pushes me across, okay, And of course it won't retract it, and this won't fix that. Yeah. I think I need sticky pistons. But the idea here is that if we push the player back and forth on almost like maybe a clock of some sorts. There we go, get that back. There. So if we push the player after they could mine the strip there, and then this turned off immediately, and then that one turned on later, and we'd get shifted over to here, that might be a viable option to properly break enough blocks. But the only thing is, I'd only be able to push blocks in from the left on this side and from the top, and this one would be from the right and on the top. So they wouldn't be able to be a triple piston pusher thingy of magnificence or whatever. Wouldn't be able to have that. I don't know. We might go for that. I got a design. It's gonna take a while. I'll catch you later. So yeah, I didn't do the 2x2 one where you push the player back and forth. I decided against that. Sorry, didn't want to do that. I ended up doing this. This is the new type of generator that I was talking about in the opening. This is, I call it the pillar gen just because you're mining a pillar of blocks, and I know that's very big brain of a name. It's amazing, but right now it's built in the wrong spot. So that happened. We're gonna move it later. I just wanted to show you how it works, and I thought being all exposed and all glass will make it easier. But what's happening here is this entire loop, this ring, is actually acting as the clock. It is the clock itself. And I just almost dived into the void. Lovely. Okay. So what happens is once this pulse activates this, even if there's a slab above it, it'll still activate and it'll cause a block update. And the wonderful things about note blocks is that they transmute signal between two note blocks. So if this is powered, this one will also be powered, and this one will be powered, all in the same tick. So all three of them will just be unified and be powered. And that causes two block updates. And the lovely thing about observers is that if you power the top block and there's a piston, it'll also power the bottom block and activate that piston. I don't know why, but it does for some reasons, yeah. It does, yeah. And this is how we're actually achieving the generator. I'm doing this for a reason, because waterlogging the stairs just makes it so that it's a little bit more compact, and I don't have to worry about it accidentally flowing in there and all that, and the water cannot be removed because it's waterlogged. And also the reason why we're using sticky pistons, you could technically use normal pistons, but I'm too fancy for that, and that's all I had. But these observers send a 0 tick pulse, so it just fires it and it doesn't pull anything back because it's too fast for the pistons to realize what actually happened. They have whiplash, so it works. I'm nice. So I think all that we need to do is turn it on. Now, a good switch to use is just this. Observer, the face has to be outside, facing away from the machine, so that the red dot is facing into the slime block, which has a sticky piston on top. Now, if we flick this down, it's going to push down the block, which brings down the observer, updating it and sending a pulse. Now, I will show, and it's very fast pulse, so it's very, very quick. Now, nothing should delete because it all is still not going too fast. And and I am filling out my inventory just because that's what you do when you're testing a gen. If you don't want to get the blocks in your inventory because you're just testing, I recommend putting something in all of your other things. Now, I still don't have the custom enchant where you just automatically breathe underwater, but it's fine. But you can see this is quite fast. And just because of Minecraft being the way Minecraft is, it actually sends the blocks up. And this one's having a spaz attack. That's not my fault. You can do it! You can do it! Kind of. But everything is working relatively flawlessly. I don't see any problem with it. And it just happens so fast that you can't really keep up with it fully. And you do have to shift to get out of it because of it being technically 1.5 blocks. But the beauty of this switch is that if I turn it off, it'll remove the block, so therefore the pulse cannot actually carry on. And how did you do this? Well, whatever. It's not hooked up to the main storage, so we're fine. But just in that short amount of time, all these sub-touched ores are what we got, and it's decent. It's not the best, it's not the worst kind of thing, but I still liked it. And someone is wanting to TP to me. I will do this. Hello. I will type. If I could. Alright, she's got, say hi. My inventory. Oh my goodness. Isn't this amazing? This is amazing. I love it. Yay. I did say I wanted it. I saw her doing half of it, and I really wanted one. And I like this. I need to put it up. We need to put this up. I need an item frame. It must go up now. No time to waste. Also, this is a new building, so that happened. I'll show it in a while. Just give me a second. I needed a good way to get up here anyway, so this is a good one. If you don't already know, I only have an elevator that goes down, and there isn't any that goes up yet, because I haven't built them. This one is supposed to go up, but right now it doesn't go. The water doesn't even go to the bottom, so it doesn't work. This one, no. I think it's this one near my storage that goes down. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Alright. Well, anyways, Moo died. So this is the rest in peace, Mr. Moo. There's also a cow underneath my island. Don't ask. But this is the new building, and I love it. It's quite large, and I do like that. And it is going to house the villagers. Now, there is a thing in Minecraft servers, a lot of servers have it, called PETA, and it removes mobs that are in chunks that are too close together or on the same block or whatever. So I decided to do this. You can have them in pairs, so I did that, and they are technically 5 blocks apart. So that's good. And they often go inside of each other, and it's kind of creepy. Like that. Stop this madness. Ah! Okay. I do have one mending guy. I can't get it. I can't get to him. There we go. Mending, 64. It's not a good trade, mostly because they have a mod or plugin that makes them not too overpowered, but it makes them lame. Yeah. And over here we have a little garden. I thought this was nice. It's a little river, and and we have fishermen. And over here we have farmers. And farmers are nice. They are good guys. And there is smoke. Because there's smoke. I don't know why. I just thought it would look cool, and it did. So going up here, if we go up, we have a little ornament in the middle. We have paintings on the walls. They look nice. We have balconies so that we can loom over all of the other people. I can see you very slightly. And there's more villagers. Are these both grown-ups now? Yep. So I can flip the trapdoors once they're all villagers, and then, you know, they're nice then. And we have some more over here. I haven't built the ceiling for this one, mostly because it took a long time to build the other one. Mostly because of all the block variation that I did. We're gonna have some more villagers up here. I don't know what kind. Maybe that's something that you guys can suggest. Well, granted, I'll probably have this done by the time that happens, so I'll probably put something interesting up here, I guess. This is the one where there's all the block variation. So we have powder, concrete powder, we have wool, we have gravel, and we have andesite, and they make a nice gradient. And I think this is perfect for a rooftop because of usually they do have gravel, so I thought that would look really nice, and it does. It really does. And up here it's plain, but that's besides the point. But you can see why I don't want to do that again so soon. I'll get there. We got a lot of it already taken care of. You can even go in here. You have to shift because it is small. But you can see grass, and over here a trail and lamps and more grass and more trail. So I mean, I see this as an absolute win. I can't. I keep trying to eat. Stop it. Fine, I'll eat. No, it didn't let me. Okay, fine. Stupid lag. Alright. So I think once I build up the generator to go into the spot that it needs to be, I'll also build this on the other side there, because I don't know how many villager things we're gonna need. So I think we're gonna focus on the 4 main buildings that go directly straight from the player's perspective. So this building, this building, this building, and that one needs to be all done. And I'm thinking this one will have to be, it'll have to be the shop because it already is, and I don't want to change it. And the next one will have to be, well, this one could have like enchanting tables and other public things like that, kind of like we had on the other island where it was blue. Remember those? We could have a few other things, like maybe some spawner ones. I was thinking that would be kind of cool, but I do have plans. Hello? Interesting. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, this is really glitchy. Why, hello there. Look at all this stuff. Look at that. I can't even see the ender chest. It's so far away, yet I can see down there. I wish I could jump down there and just get warped down to below. That'd be awesome. But it won't happen. Let's do F3 plus A. Does that fix the problem? Oh, no, it made it incredibly worse. I can still see under there, kind of. But I feel limited. Alright, so like I say, we're gonna have we have shops over there, we have villagers in probably all 4 corners, I'm thinking, because we're gonna need a lot of them, and we have to space them out, so gonna have to do that. This way we'll have the public area where it's like enchantment table, thing like that, maybe some free lapis if I do think of doing it. Or just so that people can't spam it, it might be sold, just like the emeralds here. See, the emeralds are actually more expensive here than in the shop, because in the shop, you can buy a block. And the blocks are very cheap. They're 25. So having that 3 diamonds is actually a little bit more. And I did that on purpose because I want people to buy the blocks more. But I'll have these just in case people, you know, they need the emeralds right away, so they do it, you know, and done deal like that. This could have the same functionality where the lapis on its own would be more expensive than the lapis over in the shop. So you would want to go to the shop and get the lapis instead of getting it from here. That is not smart. Don't do that. And I might have a bookstore with custom enchants. That might be like a purple building. I haven't ever done a purple one. Well, not purple, but you can see how like these buildings, they have just slight accents of that color. See the green for villagers, and then that is the yellow for the shop. I'm trying to go with the same feel as last season, but also trying to do new things. And I think the last building would have to be... See, we could make the last building a lot different, because I am trying to make these asymmetrical. This island is supposed to be asymmetrical except for the paths. So if we go up here... Oh, well, that doesn't help. If we go up here, you can see this building and this building. This building is symmetrical, and I flew into unloaded chunks. How dare you? Well, anyways, you get my point. Maybe that one over there, it'll be a spawner one, and it'll be a little bit longer than the other buildings, just so that it really differentiates from each other. Now, I already know that this video is quite long, so I think I'm going to have to cut it off here. I'm going to be glitching forever, and that will be fun. I might do a short video where I just teach you guys how to build that generator, mostly because I'm stuck. Stuck here. I think this is going to be a while too. Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys later. See ya. Alright guys, so we're gonna make that gen right over there. Okay? Okay. So first things first, this is the loop of wool that you're gonna need. It needs to be raised off of the ground by at least 1 of where you're actually placing it. So the loop goes like this: 4 blocks, space, 8 blocks, and then remove the corner, and then that same thing gets repeated. 4 blocks, space, 8 blocks, remove the corner. Now we're going to start placing our repeaters and dust. So you can place this either way. It can either be repeaters facing this way, or it can be repeaters facing that way. This will determine which way the clock will go around, and if you're kind of OCD about that, you can choose the way you want. So I'm going to just place this way because it's already kind of set up. Now these repeaters have to be set to 2 ticks, and then you can start placing the corner blocks right after the repeater, and out from that you're going to place your 8 redstone dust. At this point we're going to be needing just a few of these note blocks here. So you're going to want to place a note block right here, and then we're going to do the repeaters again. And again, they have to be set to 2 ticks. So I'm just going to finish up these, and then we're going to do this again. 8 dust, and then a note block. Get your repeaters in, set them all to 2 ticks of delay. Now this ring will have a total of 32 ticks of delay all the way around. That is important on the Datblock server because anything under that will actually start removing redstone and its kind of pieces. So pistons and things like that will be removed. And you don't want that because then the system will break. So we're getting down to our last ring here, placing in our dust and then placing in our note block. Now one thing that can always help out is just place some slabs on top of these note blocks. Then they won't make any sound, and I know sound, that can be annoying if they're going off like all the time. So it's best to just do that. Now at this point you got a nice ring, and it looks nice. Now we need the observers, and you see the dust, the dot thing, the circle, the booty hole of the observer is facing in towards the center. We're going to want that on all 4 of these. Now if you have a slower pickaxe, you can always remove one of these or 2 of them, and then it would go half speed if you remove this one, that one, or this one, and that one. Just depends on what you want to do. Or you can remove all 3 and just have one going, and it'd be slow. Now what we want to do is we want to place some note blocks. We're going to want 3 of these. So right off the back there should be a note block, and then 1 down and 1 up. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides right here. You're going to want to shift while you're doing this so that you don't accidentally do that kind of thing, because then you have to go all the way around to the notes, and that just takes up time. You don't need to do that. We're pros. And then we'll do the same thing as we did with these note blocks, put some slabs on top of these blocks, because, again, we don't need them making noise, do we? Unless you like noise. Then go ahead. I don't control your life, yeah. So now we got all those, and now we're going to be focusing on the actual piston pushers over there. So basically going in from here, where the dust is, we want to place an observer and another observer. Alright? An observer and another one. You don't need to place one in the center there. This is activating both of these, and it'll take care of all your pistons, so you don't need to worry about them. So at this point, now what you need is you need obsidian. Now obsidian is very important, otherwise the blocks could be pushed backwards and into this redstone line, and it would break your block. You don't want that. Like I say, you want it to work. So we're going to place 3 obsidian and then 1 more at the bottom. Okay? So off of the back of these observers, 3 obsidian and then 1 at the bottom. And then go here, and then we'll go here as well. And oh no. Technical difficulties. Okay. Now, I actually have normal pistons, so we're going to use those. They are cheaper in the shop, which, if I've not said already, you can type /shop and you can find all of these in the redstone tab, all the materials that I'm using. But now, right off of your obsidian, you're going to want to place some of these pistons in. Right here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to break one of these wool blocks, because we're going to want to get a switch in as soon as possible. So, switches are actually really, really easy to construct. If you just take that wool block that you removed there, and now we're going to want another block. I do not have a block, so I'm going to be doing that. Then if we place a sticky piston here, that there, and then take another observer and face it. That is the wrong way to face it. Don't do that. Okay. So, we're going to want to go back up on top of our block. We're going to want to remove these blocks now because you don't want them sticking to everything. And then you place the observer as you're up here. That way, the observer, the hole is facing up. So now if we grab a lever and place it on top, it should go down, and now it's sticking to the observer. So now when we pull it up, it is up with it. It should be in line. The observer block is actually not a solid block, so signal doesn't actually go through it, and that is a good thing. Now if we flick this lever, there we go. It's already working. It is very decently fast. But when you flick this lever up, since the signal cannot go through, the clock has turned off. And it is very important to have an off switch on all your clocks on this server, because, yeah, the server likes that, because, you know, lag is not good. Now, I'm quickly going to go gather up some stone, because it's a good way to just kind of get, you know, things in the right spot and everything. So this generator on top here, it's going to be making it almost like a 5, or like a should should be like a star kind of thing almost, I guess you can call it. But if we just place our blocks here, you don't really have to do this part, but I like to, just so that I get a real good idea of where everything is. And it is only 4 blocks down, and that isn't a big issue at all. You know, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So now we got this here. It's already starting to look like a generator. It is. Now on the first block of stone here, what you want to do is place stairs. Now we're going to walk forward, go down, look this way, and we're going to place stairs aiming that direction. And we're going to do it here, and then we're going to do it here. And don't mess up like I did. I won't break that. There we go. So these are where the water is going to be going. Now we're going to want to place some other blocks. It doesn't really matter what it is that you place. I'm going to be using oak wood just because of the build palette that I have going on here. Fire tick is turned off, so you can use wood with lava. Don't worry about it. It won't destroy your things. But I am going to use wood. And there we go. So this is where I'm going to house all my lava. And I'm going to go down here and mine these out. Now I think I'm going to place up these pillars here, and then I'm going to actually put in all the water and the lava. The only thing that I'm going to tell you now is that each one of these blocks has to be a source. So in total you're needing 4, 8, 12, 16. So you need 16 lava buckets in order to construct this to its full potential. You could probably do with less, but I don't know. And if you're wondering how to get that money, all you have to do is you can just do /vote and get those quests, and you can just sell them. And why am I placing slabs? But you can get the quests, and that's a good way to make money. I did it when I first started. You can sell them each for like 2,000. So if you get 5 of them, that's an easy 10k right there. You can buy like a lot of lava with that. A lot. It's amazing, right? I know. There is a lot of these pillars. So I'm gonna fill up all the lava and water sources, and I'll get right back to you. Okay guys, we got all of the pillars in, and we got all of the lava and the water all in the system. Now as you can see, I kind of built almost like a star, like I was talking about. See, we have a star pattern for the wood here. Now this is just going to ensure that the blocks will decide, yeah, I'm not going to glitch out this way, I'm going to go up. And when they go up, they'll go back into our sorter. So we're going to send the blocks this way because we want them to go right here. This is where we want them. And I was thinking it'd be kind of cool if we almost built up a pipe. I think that would be a really cool idea. Now if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm going to use stairs. And we're going to be using trapdoors as well. And they've been made many times. I'm not the first one to make these. But I do like the look of them, and I don't know, it's just, they're intriguing to make. So we can have a port here, and we can build up these trap doors almost like a pipe. And this is where the blocks will flow into and be chucked down. So we're going to connect it up that way. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to build almost like a little cage around the player. Now there was a specific way to build this. Number one, you're going to need glass panes. You're going to need at least 2 of these things, maybe even more for the items when they travel up. Now we're also going, I don't know if I want to build this out of glass or not, like entirely. Maybe a little bit. Maybe this part can be glass, and then this could be logs. That might look cool. That might look nice. I need to get more logs. Honestly, I do have a tree grove, but I'm lazy, so I'm gonna buy logs off of the market. So the player is going to probably, I guess they'll have to sit this way. So they'll have to go in here, and then you look down and you line all the way down here. And we're going to throw that down there. But then the blocks are going to want to come up. And that is a good thing. That is a really good thing. So we're going to want some trap doors. And I did think, yeah, I placed all of my trap doors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And if we go over inside here, I have some crafting tables. I always have them around because I use them a lot. Wow, that's a decent amount. We're going to need all of these for the pipe. So it's good to get these now. And yeah, basically all we're doing is just placing in the trap doors this way so that they act almost like a double, like a door kind of thing. Yeah. Because we're going to want to be sitting inside here. We're going to want this to be flooded. And then we're going to want the water to just transport the items across, over our head, and go into our sorter system. Yeah. Now we can put another trap door, I guess, here. And that'll be the thing that houses the actual water itself. And we can put another blockage, you know. Because this is where our actual trail is going to go. So we're going to make some of these awesome oak blocks. I just love these bark blocks. I know they're not technically called that, but that's all I can think of when I think of these. They are bark blocks. They look exactly like the bark block when you had to get it in creative mode. Oh man, I love that they added this. So we can have a pipe only going down to the smaller thing there. This will almost be like a drop off. Yeah, so we can start building up the pipe. Yeah, there we go, there we go. There we go. See, these aren't going to need any water sources in them because it's just a fall. There we go. Need to get that last one. We don't want any leaking. Leaky pipes are not good. They are not good. Okay. And I think we can go one higher as well, because we always want to go right up to the top. We don't even want to make it one block air gap, because then there is a chance of loss. And like I say, I do not want to lose any blocks. I'm already getting poor. I mean, look at my balance. It fluctuates so much, doesn't it? And then we just build it up to here, and see the blocks will travel down. And if we simply break these, because now we can place our other bark blocks here. Yeah, there we go. And we're gonna place our glass going along. This is still in keeping with what our original design was going to be for this, making it more of a vanilla style. And that's what I really like to do every once in a while. Go really old school Minecraft with all the greens and all the wood. Just a lot of oak. It just looks so good. It looks really good. Do you have any looting boots? Always reply. That is a different person. Who is that? Okay. Tough cookie. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, as I was doing here, we can place another trap door. Well, actually, we can place a block. We don't need to place a trap door. We can place a block right there. There we go. And we can place a block here, going over, connect these up. There we go. And I think the water system is almost complete already. Now, I always place a block here, and we want to get this part in first. Okay, so we can see it's not quite getting there. So what we're going to want to get, now you can do this in your own as well. Go into decoration blocks, go over a few pages. We're going to want a scaffolding, and we are going to go in normal blocks, go over a few pages here, and we're going to want a piece of packed ice. Now scaffolding does allow blocks to like actually pass through them, so that's always a nice feature. We can do that fast. There we go. And then if I get a piece of normal ice, because I do not have any water with me right now. Don't break that. I don't want any leaks. Now, as of right now, it is going down, and yeah, we don't want that. So what we want to do is go into decoration blocks once again. Gonna go over until we see some signs. There we go. And we can place one sign right here. So now the items will just flow, hit the wall, fall down, and go into the system. And this, we can just kind of break that. It's not needed. And I can't get out of here. I'm having issues. Oh no. Okay. So now we're just gonna place these in here. We're gonna want to go get some more water sources because we need to fill that up. It needs to be fully waterlogged, and I've just been kind of taking the water out of here because it's gonna be taken down anyways, so I thought might as well. Alright. Come on, trapdoor. There we go. It's already looking kind of cool. Alright. So now we're gonna go inside of here. We're going to want to start waterlogging everything. So we want these panes to be waterlogged, and we want this block here to be a water source, and that block there to be a water source. So now everything should be working, and a good way to test it is, well, to turn it on. And if you do remember from one video there, or earlier on in this video I believe, you want to place blocks into the empty slots so that you don't pick up any of the items. You don't want to do that. That's not fun. Then you get clogged items. Whoa. There we go. We just watched it work. That worked normally. So now you shift, and then you hold down your right and then your left. And you'll activate Super Breaker always. We're just getting through all of our stone first. I don't believe I have a filter for that. Oh, I'm using my silk pick too. You don't want to use silk. I don't. I already set my filters so that they don't use anything that's really silk touched, except for grass blocks, which I don't know why I did that because yeah, if you use Fortune, you don't get grass, you get dirt. But it's working. So there we go.